Welcome, everybody, to Big Talk with Chris and Gregg. This is Chris.
This is Gregg.
And this is our Christmas special.
Whoa.
Was
that Santa Claus?
That was Santa Claus.
All right.
So, here we are, episode 13? 14.
14.
Oh, wow. 14 episodes in. Merry Christmas, Gregg.
Merry Christmas, Chris.
I'm really excited about this episode. We get to talk about Christmas past, present, and future.
Whoa.
Without the ghosts.
I like that.
Without the ghosts.
That's a good one, man. I like that. Good surprise for me.
We can talk about, what Christmas has meant to us, some of our memories.
Traditions.
Movies.
Songs.
We definitely will be singing. Doing our best to harmonize some of these songs when we impromptu start singing.
And just to let you know, we do have some liquid courage with us in front of me and Chris.
Yeah.
I brought some eggnog over, so me and Chris are doing a little drink. Let's start off with a toast. Toast.
Here. We got
clink.
We got plastic cups, so you can't hear the. Here, clink the shots together. Here we go.
There we go.
There you go.
Good enough.
Those are the shot glasses. So yeah, we got our whole setup. We'll post. I took a picture of the spread we got on the table.
Man, that's some good eggnog, dude.
We usually keep a really clean table. It's usually, the microphones, the mixer, the laptop. I just started bringing out a couple episodes just because it's easier for me to do my notes, and that's usually all we have. Like
no. Wait, whoa.
Oh, and
my big talk book, man.
Gregg's big talk novel.
Yeah.
Well,
notebook.
It's notebook. It's volume 4. He's on volume 4.
For those who keep in record.
He's got, some of them end up only having like 4 or 5 pages because they just get stuck together, and it just ends up you just have to turn them all at once with your Shawn Michaels centerfold.
There you go.
So we're going to do our Christmas special. I'm really excited about it. We're going to talk about all things Christmas, past, present, future. But like I always like to do when I have surprises for Gregg, I got a couple. We are now officially on YouTube. We were having some issues with getting some uploads going. Now I have taken upon myself to just do it, kind of do the manual thing. So we're up on YouTube. Big Talk with Chris and Gregg. Just put it in the search bar and you can listen to any of our episodes. We don't have any live video up yet. We're going to get that going maybe by next episode.
Why don't we just say the new year?
By the new year?
Let's do the new year.
Okay. The year of the video?
That's it.
Music video. We can make a music video of us singing.
Whoa.
All of our harmonizing. Maybe not. I don't know. Okay. And then, I got another surprise for you, Gregg. And I don't know how familiar you are with it, but we like to think that we're taking the world over with our podcast. We really are. I was going through looking online, and Podbean, who hosts our site.
Okay.
I was kind of figuring out, how can we kind of maybe promote this a little better? And they had another podcast hosting site that they also had listed that, that you can post up. So we're on another place to listen. It's called Stitcher.
Well, I've never heard of that.
Yeah. So we're on Stitcher. They have.
Is it a paid thing or is it
it's not
free?
Paid. It's free for anybody that wants to listen to. It's all podcasts, and so we're up on Stitcher now. They have an app. So if you are unhappy with the format on anything we listen to now, or you listen to now, you can go to Stitcher and you can listen there as well.
That's awesome, dude.
And world domination.
We're ready. Yeah. 2020 world domination.
Yeah.
Us and Iron Maiden, world domination.
Yep. And we're still big in Japan.
Nice.
We are huge.
Huge.
So I don't know if you read in the Japan weekly newsletter, but there's been a shuffling of the rankings of who's big in Japan. So number 4,
all right,
Anvil.
Okay, 4 is Anvil.
And number 3 is KNAC. So I think they flip flop.
Okay.
Number 2, dropping out of number 2, Lady Gaga. It's now the Scorpions. They have retaken the number 2 slot.
Get out of here.
Yes. And number 1 is Big Talk with Chris and Gregg.
Wait, what happened to Godzilla? He's number 5.
No.
Really? Dropped out of the rankings?
He's not even in the top 10.
Mothra?
No,
No,
not even there. Not even there. And I think it's pronounced Godzilla.
Oh.
Okay, so
how about loudness?
Loudness, they are just outside. They might make the countdown next week. Can you be Japanese and be big in Japan, or is it kind of like you got to be from outside Japan to be big in Japan?
No, you can be big in Japan.
Okay.
From being Japanese.
Enough of that.
All right.
Enough of the stone cold facts. Let's go ahead and jump right in.
No, wait a minute. Before we jump farther, before you take that giant step, where can you find us?
Anywhere your heart's desire.
Whoa.
So we're going to say Instagram, bigtalkcg.podcast.
Nice.
We're on Twitter, bigtalkcg.
All right.
Gmail, with bigtalkcg@gmail.com. We are on Spotify. We're on Amazon. We're on Apple Podcasts.
Yes.
Google, TuneIn, Player FM, Listen Notes, Google Podcasts. If I didn't already say that, you can just Google us and we come up.
The new one?
And Stitcher.
There you go.
Love it, dude.
Right, yeah.
There's so many I can't even remember them.
Oh, I'm excited, dude. I mean, to be honest, I'm gonna check it out just to see if there's anything else out there.
So yeah, the best way to kind of keep up on information and what's going on is to just follow us on Instagram. That's where we tend to be most active. We do have now, I don't think we announced this last week, but we have our second employee. We have a second employee. Now. The 12-year-old is the email screener, going through comments and so on and so forth. But now we have someone that's running the Twitter machine.
Oh, okay.
My brother.
All right.
My brother is running the Twitter machine. If you have any thing you want to say about Twitter, if you're disgruntled or happy, direct it towards him.
Nice.
So just get on that Twitter.
All right, cool.
And follow us there, and we're gonna have links to videos and so things like that. I think one of the posts he put up was a link to the whole D. Snyder when they were talking to him in the Senate hearing
correct.
For PMRC that we did a couple episodes ago. He has a link to that.
Yeah. Before we do this episode again, if you guys haven't heard the last episode, we were talking about the cheesy movies and stuff, man. I was listening to it at work on my earbuds, and man, I was cracking up, dude. That was a really good episode. That made me laugh a lot. I mean, every time I listen to past episodes, I'm always cracking up by myself. And what are you listening to, Greg? And I'm like, these two idiots on podcast. But
I wish I worked at a place that let me wear earbuds while I was on the clock working.
Don't you take breaks?
You said while you were working.
Yeah, on break. I get paid.
You work on your breaks?
No, don't start. How much eggnog did you have?
Not enough.
Not enough. All right.
Let's go ahead and dive in to this Christmas episode. We're so glad you guys are all here to listen to us. And, when after you listen to the episode, if there's anything you guys want to talk about Christmas, go ahead and post it on any of our social media. Email us. We will definitely respond. We respond to everything that gets posted or commenting on there. So
do it.
Have at it.
All right.
All right. What do you want to start with here? Do you want to start with movies, music? Do you want to wait until we got a couple more libations going before we start singing? Or?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. A couple more drinks before we start singing. Before we do that, dude, I want to start off with like traditions. So, do you guys have any traditions as a kid with your mom and dad, or traditions as a kid with your family, with your daughter and your wife?
When I was younger, we we always had a real tree. So we'd get our tree. We would.
What, did you just go in the backyard and cut it down, dude, or what?
We didn't go in the back. We'd go to the tree farm.
Tree farm, okay.
Which was right down the street, or you'd go into town, buy your tree, and decorate it. However, I am embarrassed to admit this, but I will now. After a while, my parents were like, "Man, let's just get an artificial tree." And it was before artificial trees looked like real trees.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like the pipe cleaner style, but it was like plastic, and man, it was a bitch to put together because each branch was separate.
Oh, okay.
They probably still have it. I don't know. They probably updated since we left, since we're not.
So when you did that, was this you're a kid, as in 1 to 10 or 12 before you were a teen?
No, well into my teens.
Well into your teens?
To put the Christmas tree together and we decorate it. We have my brother and I have. My mom gets us even to this year an ornament every year.
Yeah.
So she sends that through the mail. So that's great. But But yeah, decorating the tree. We are not one of those families that breaks it out on Thanksgiving weekend. When I was still a young buck living with the folks. But we'd get start getting the house decorated. My mom likes to put some stuff in the house and decorating the tree, and my dad would one string of lights on the edge of the gutter because
that's what we do. It's classic, bro. That's what I do, man.
It's like the token string of lights.
That's it.
Just to be like, okay, we're gonna participate. Participate, not compete.
That's exactly what I do. One string of lights, man. So going on that one. So my parents, to be flashy, my dad had one. It was a plug-in. It was a flasher. So as soon as you plugged it in, it went on for like 5 or 10 minutes, and then it flashed once. Twice. Maybe 3 times. And then when it left, the lights would be on again. And then it would go back on there. Once. Twice.
So it would flash like.
Yeah, it would. It was one of those funny things. It was like, and then
he was calling you guys outside. Hey kids, come look at this. But Griswold style, right?
Exactly. But it was funny on that kind of stuff. How about today? Do you have any traditions with your daughters?
We don't go right after Thanksgiving, but within that next week, we normally go and get our tree. Living here in the greater Los Angeles metropolitan area, you can't just go to like the woods and cut a tree down unless you want a palm tree out of someone's yard, I guess, or something. You have to go to the tree farm, or what I like to call the semi-truck trailer.
Ooh.
So you go to the semi-truck trailer and you get your tree. And this year, 2021, just in case this goes into like a time capsule, and someone listens to this like 400, 500, 600 years from now,
our grandkids,
2021, the Christmas tree prices are outrageous this year. I guess they're blaming it on. You can't blame it on like supply chain because it's like the trees are here in America. They're not coming from somewhere else.
Okay.
Kind of thing. I don't know what's going on, but trees are expensive this year, 100 plus. So we went to.
There's been a lot of forest fires the last 2-3 years in California. California, dude. Now, anywhere else?
I'm gonna clue you onto something. You ready?
Yes.
They're not getting Christmas trees from the forest. There are these things that I don't know if you've heard of them called Christmas tree farms, where all they do is grow Christmas trees. So just in case you didn't know, Google it.
Fine. You got me on that one, man.
So I went to this place. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called Costco, and they have their Christmas trees. Their Christmas trees, dude, $40. And so we went and got our tree at Costco this year, and I let the littlest one, the young one, the 10-year-old, pick it out. I said, find one. They're tied. They're still strung up. They don't have them all over the place, like opened up, so you can really see how full.
Okay.
There it is, right there. There you see the tree. We haven't decorated it yet. It's still relaxing and getting all the. I need to do some trimming on it. It's not like you buy it at like a real, like tree farm kind of place. Where you go buy your Christmas tree and it's all trimmed correctly. And so I had to trim some branches off, and so it's in there a little crooked, but it's not decorated yet. So
it doesn't have to be perfect, dude.
So so we usually buy our tree, that following week. We're changing positions on the tree this year. We usually put it by our window, big window by our door, but it's right in the way of the heater. So we are moving it this year. Okay. So hopefully we'll help out with dry out because we're not the best at remembering watering the tree.
Yeah.
So hopefully that'll help out. We're gonna put it, here in the.
Will the dog start licking the bowl water?
No, he doesn't. He can't get under. He's big fat. Can't get his head under there, and hopefully get that tree decorated this week. And usually we get the tree, we get it home, we let it dry for a day, and then we decorate it. This year, just syncing up everybody's schedule. It's been a little more difficult, but I think this week we're gonna get that sucker decorated, and it's gonna be amazing.
Nice. Some traditions for myself was, when I was a kid, my parents did have that artificial tree. They flip-flop from the artificial tree to the real tree, and one year they had the like fake snow on the tree. And as a kid, I guess I was allergic to it. So a few Christmases, I was a lot of sneezing, a lot of that. And then they kind of stopped it. So there was but that was like in the 70s with that fake artificial snow that was, not very healthy. Other traditions, when I was a kid, decorating. My mom decorated a lot. She enjoys Christmas, and my dad too. Didn't do too much caroling. How about you guys? You guys do caroling?
I don't even think caroling's a real thing. I think this just exists in TV and the movies. Have you ever had please don't say you have. Have you ever had a caroler come to your front door ever in your life? Has anybody ever told you a caroler came to our front door last night?
No, but there are some cities in the surrounding area that do have it. I want to say the surrounding city, which is Montebello, California, that one time I did see carolers walking by, but not.
It was either that or a group of people that escaped from the mental ward or something.
Maybe.
It's one of the two.
Maybe
it was, or both.
Maybe.
I've never seen carolers. No, dude. I mean, could we have the big top carolers? Of course we could.
Whoa.
If you guys want to see that, we'll make a video of the big top carolers. If you guys want to get on there and let us know what you guys think.
Well, can we do it on 2022? Because then everybody can vote on which song we should sing.
Yeah, we can do it.
We can do 3 songs.
Yeah, we can do that. Whatever.
Santa Claus is coming down.
We are of the people, for sure, of the people. Yeah, I've never seen the carolers. We never did any of that stuff. Where did you guys usually do Christmas? I know usually in people's families, there's a house that's like the go-to house, or this is where all the stuff gets held. It's kind of almost like a central location, or who has the biggest house, or maybe the oldest people that can't really travel as well, so everybody goes there, or for whatever reason. Did you guys have a place where you guys usually did Christmas?
In the 70s and early 80s, yes, it was my uncle's house in Granada Hills. We would always go to. So Granada Hills is about 45 minutes from where I live in Monterey Park. And as a kid, we would go down there, and you're excited, and on the way back home, you fall asleep, man. I mean, have a good time.
Was that Christmas? Would you go on Christmas or Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve is always one of those. We would go. So, quick story on the bringing up my uncle's house and Christmas Eve. And so when I was a kid, I want to say 6 or 7 was one of the greatest Christmases as a kid that I do remember all the time, because that was the year I got the Planet of the Apes action jungle kit. So I was big into Planet of the Apes. Are you familiar with Planet of the Apes, Chris?
Yes, I know all versions.
All right, good.
Are you talking about the Charlton Heston?
Correct. We didn't talk about anything else, man.
Okay.
And
not the Franco, not the Wahlberg.
No.
Did I say Charlton Heston? I meant is it Charles or Charlton? It's Charles.
Have another drink.
Mr. Heston.
So when this is a quick fun story about Christmas time. So one of the times we're getting ready to go to my aunt and uncle's house, my parents tell us, go in the car and wait for us. We're going to be right there. So we're in the car, me and my older brother. I'm about, I'll say 6 for a good measure. So my brother's 3 years older, so he's about 9 or 10. And we're in there, and my parents are taking a long time, man. It's like, wow, what the heck's going on? Before we get back out in the car, my brother goes, hey, you know why they're taking a long time? And I'm like, no, what's up? He says, because they're putting all the Christmas presents and stocking stuffings, and there's no Santa Claus, and there's Santa Claus. I was like, what? No, that's not true. And parents came back in. Of course, we left and went to the party and came back home. And, I'm a sleepy, I'm groggy, but we came home at, a little past midnight. Wham, bam, stockings are stuffed. Christmas is up. All the toys are there. And I think that's when like my brother was like, yeah, our parents are Santa Claus.
I have so many questions I want to ask.
Right. Okay.
Why did they do it before? Why didn't they just wait and bring you guys back and make you go to sleep and then grab all the stuff and put it underneath?
I think it was so Santa Claus came when we're not home.
But the best part is Santa Claus does come when you're home.
Okay, well maybe they didn't. Maybe they were tired.
I don't know.
Back in,
I don't know.
And then stuff.
Did you when you would go to like your uncle's or whatever, and you'd come home and you were asleep, even though you kind of woke up, would you still fake sleep so you'd have to get carried in?
No, I think they shook us and woke us up because they knew what the anticipation of
Good
us
job, parents.
of what
So then what'd you do? See, here's the thing. Then you are all amped and excited about the presents and the stockings, but you got to go to sleep. You have to wait till you wake up the next day.
Yes. You have to do that.
That's interesting. I've never heard of it done that way. I've always been and I've always had it with the little ones. And when I was young, you went to sleep, and Santa Claus would come and leave presents underneath and put all the stuff in the stockings. Then you'd wake up. That's interesting.
Well, no, but after that, my parents really didn't do that after much. We were, there was a point where we were teenagers and, we stopped going to, actually, I think my aunt and uncle stopped having Christmas Eve gatherings. But then it came over to my parents' house, and that's when we would just, be there with our grandparents and our family and friends, and, Christmas was there. So Christmas Eve is probably the bigger day than Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And still today, my daughter, who comes over on Christmas Eve, she celebrates between her family with her mom and my family. And she comes over Christmas Eve. Like I saw her there a couple of weeks ago, and I asked her, "Hey, honey, are we still doing Christmas Eve?" She goes, "Yep, Christmas Eve." Great. I love it. So Christmas Eve has always been my family day with my daughter and the kids and something like that. So yeah, Christmas Eve is more of that to us. But we do Christmas Day too. And that might be the other part of the family, or, if you can't make it Christmas Eve, you can make it Christmas Day. That's great too. My cousins come over, my niece and nephew, fun stuff. Still good. My mom, I tell her not to do double cooking. So she may do some tamales on one day and the next day a ham or a roast or something like that. My mom gets festive, still loves Christmas, loves Christmas music. She just, as soon as the Christmas music starts changing around on the coast, or, she has a Sirius FM that she'll put that holiday channel on and stuff. So she has Christmas music on.
Yeah, I've already had the holiday channel on Sirius XM going.
You know what she loves too, dude, and I don't like it, is she loves her Hallmark movies. So she watches Christmas in July. And she'll watch all her Christmas movies in July.
Dude, my dad, I'm calling you out right now, Dad. My dad loves the Hallmark movies, and I think he's one of those year-round people.
Yeah.
He's one of those year-round people that loves all Hallmark seasons. But yeah, he loves the Christmas ones. As soon as they start, he's all over it. He's probably got his DVR filled with them, dude. Just doesn't miss the ones that are overnight.
Yeah. It's funny because she likes the new ones, but I always bug her, and I said, okay, so there's the handsome guy, and then there's the girl, and then okay, what's going on with them? Oh, they don't like each other. One's a real estate agent.
It's always people that used like ex-lovers that he comes back or she comes back to town, or the new guy or the new girl comes into town and they don't like each other.
Yes.
Or they don't like each other, and then it's mishap after mishap, and then finally they fall in love at the end. Or it's they like each other and one of them does something to the other one, not really on purpose, but the other person takes that way. And then a mutual friend has to kind of guide them back together.
Or one of them is engaged to somebody else, or have a boyfriend or girlfriend, and then all of a sudden kind of, the Christmas house, the Christmas hotel, the Christmas fire. Yeah, the Hallmark, man, they make it. And what too with Hallmark, they bring back a lot of old actors that are not really in today's rotation,
like Patrick Duffy or something like that. Is that a real person? I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was on that Step by Step or something. Remember? What was it?
What
was the girl, the blonde one from Three's Company?
Suzanne Summers.
Yeah, she was the mom in that show, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Okay. Yeah. We always had Christmas at Christmas Eve at either my grandma, who my dad's mother. We would go there, or we would have it at her brother's house, my uncle. Uncle Archie. They kind of live near-ish each other, but those are the two places I really remember going to the most on Christmas Eve. And then we would either, for Christmas Day, we would most likely have it just at home. We may travel to my mom's mom. If not, she would come over. Her side of the family would come over on Christmas. But yeah, man, you go. I mean, we weren't really close with our Uncle Archie, so it wasn't like we were in there like, yeah, what's up, bro, hugging, when you're little and stuff like that. It was kind of like you'd wait for like your cousin to show up or whatever. You were just eating any of the sugary foods and candies. That was basically your like,
right.
Whatever. That's the point of the day, is to go eat all as much candy as I can. Man, I remember going to my grandma's, dude, and it was not a big house, but it had like twice as many people as should be in there. So you got people sitting on the stairs, people on laps on the floor. And this was back in the day where everybody was buying everybody presents. So, you'd have presents just stacked up all over you and stuff. And it's a grandparent's house. So it's like all turned up like to 80 degrees and you're all hot trying to wear, next thing you're down to your t-shirt, like shirt halfway off. You're running around topless. You're like, dude, as a kid, because it's just so hot and you're sweaty and everything. And opening up your toys, dude, those are the greatest.
Go play with your new scarf, Chris, outside.
That was great. Good stuff.
Hey, one more thing. I brought different treats for Chris this episode. So I bought in some hard candies.
They're right here.
All right. So I took a picture of them, and we'll be putting them online. So we got some deluxe filled, and then we got some ribbon candy.
These are those. Anybody that ever goes to their grandparents' house, and this is just like on the Halloween episode, you have to be 55 to buy Junior Mints. You actually have to be a grandparent to have these in your house during the holidays. That's the only place you find them. You don't find these anywhere. You're lucky if you find them in the store. I think it's a special store that grandparents only know about. It's probably the Hallmark store or something like that, and they can buy the hard candy. Let's open it up. Open it up, dude. Have some. Grab me a piece. All right. Yeah, dude. My grandma had that hard candy, dude. These are the good ones. There's a filled one.
They're filled. Are you buying it?
I just go right for it.
I'm a little older, man.
I'm gonna get wedged between, and it's gonna still be in there between my teeth like tomorrow
morning.
Oh
yeah. So anybody have those hard candy filled, man? Like I said, I took a picture. I'll put them online for us on the Instagram.
You talk about your Planet of the Apes. Man, this candy is good. ESMR. Is that what it is? ESMR.
Is that what it is?
Sound thing that all the kids are into now, like the chewing and the sound and the ESMR.
I'm gonna let it go over my head, dude.
The kids talk about it. You talked about your Planet of the Apes. My top gifts I got, there were two, and I'm not going to remember what year they were. I think I was about first or second grade. I got my first bike. It was red. It was a Huffy.
Nice.
My brother got a bike the same year. His was blue. His was a Schwinn, I remember.
Yeah.
Man, there's pictures. I got pictures. I'll try to get maybe my mom to maybe email me some of the pictures of us in the driveway riding our bikes. Man, that was great. I remember riding the bike up and down the driveway out in the street. Sometimes it snowed on Christmas. Growing up in Washington, we lived in the foothills, so you would get snow. It's actually surprising if you didn't get snow every year where we lived. So having snow on Christmas was not a surprise. It was not, something that didn't happen. The second thing that I remember that I was totally loved that I got was my first, as we used to call them back in the day, ghetto blaster.
Oh, yeah.
And the awesome thing about it was I thought I was so it had the speakers that you could take off. So I put the console, it was a squarish, put that it was dual cassette, right? So you can make some dubs.
Yep.
And you would have the console on one shelf, and then I would run the wire behind the shelf and have one speaker up on top, have another speaker on bottom. And I thought I was just so it, dude.
Yeah.
Doing my lip syncing to whatever.
Cranking your Motley Crue?
Cranking my crew, my Bon Jovi, all that kind of stuff. Those are the two gifts that I remember getting. And man, the one, and I'm sure you're going to have a story similar to this. The one thing that I never got for Christmas that I wanted, everybody has that gift, right? God, maybe this year, maybe this year, maybe this year, maybe this year, maybe this year. The one thing I never got, Nintendo. I never got a Nintendo. I wanted a Nintendo for Christmas, and I never got one.
You're right. I don't think I think for me it was Sega Genesis or Atari. Sorry, Atari.
2600 or what was the other one? 26 or 58 or whatever it was. Yeah.
No, Atari. I think that I got it for my birthday, but didn't get it for Christmas. But every time on Christmas, I would ask for cartridges. No, so let me tell you this. So when we were a kid, I don't know if you remember, there used to be a Sears catalog that would come. My grandparents and my parents.
J.C. Penney.
Which Sears or J.C. Penney would come in like a big catalog. And then for the Christmas one, it was like double size. And then my grandparents would say, "Oh, go pick a few things out, make a list, make a Christmas list of what you wanted. And I'd always find the Ataris, like, Asteroids and Pac-Man or, some Dig Dug or something like that. And no, I never got them.
Yeah.
Never got that stuff.
It's at the time when you're a kid, you're like, man, shit, man, damn it. I want that Nintendo or my Atari. But you look back and it's like, yeah, dude, it was way better that I had the stereo to listen to music, because that's really what I was so into. Because you think about, kids now, it's all just right at their fingertips. So it's, back in the day, it was, listening to music, and just I would lay around in my room and listen to music all day long, or go ride my bike, or we lived out in the woods, dude. There was so much more to do, and I'm so glad I got. Now in hindsight, I didn't get my first own video game console until I was a freshman or sophomore in high school, and if I remember correctly, which I almost always do, I had to trade snowboard gear. I traded snowboard gear.
Whoa!
I was sophomore in high school to get the Nintendo. I traded my friend some snowboard gear to get a Nintendo.
Damn, dude. That's wicked.
I was going to get some new stuff, so I traded some of my old stuff and got the Nintendo. So that was... And then by that time, I had a little TV, like a little, 12, 14-inch little color one at the end of my bed. And so I would play Nintendo. Dude, Nintendo was great.
I had a 10-inch black and white.
Oh, wow.
Huh? Black and white, Chris.
Yeah, when you were a kid, they didn't have color TV, did they?
Yeah, they did. They did.
Okay.
They did. But, I mean, when you got the one in your room, something like that, it was like a hand-me-down or something like my grandparents, that was the one from their kitchen. They gave it to me and stuff like that. So I got the black and white for a little bit. Yeah.
Now they got 40-inch LCD TVs,
Right.
They can just use the clapper. Clap, turns on, turns off, Alexa, all that stuff.
Other traditions, which nowadays, so whenever the kids come over, so what I like to do for me, a tradition, so we have dinner, and then starting, I think a few years ago I started this. I get everybody scratchers, so I'll go.
Yeah, scratchers is a big thing.
I'll go and I'll spend, I don't know, $100 or $80 or something, whatever amount of scratchers we go. And so either I get dollar ones or $5, or I'll splurge and get $10. Anyways, I got a different amount of scratchers, and I started doing this when my daughter was 18. Of course, if she wins, she can keep it. It's hers. Blah blah blah. So that's what I do now for tradition for Christmas Eve. Another big thing was we'll do around puzzles or games. We'll pull a game out, or we'll do puzzles, or we'll do what's my meme, or something fun like that. So we like to do that. That's more of that. What was funny was my daughter's boyfriend mentioned, goes, "Hey, how come you guys don't have a karaoke machine?" And and I would be like, "What?" I go, "You guys want to do karaoke here at the house?" I go, "All right." But I think there's some stuff on YouTube we can look up and do some karaoke. So I might pull that on them. Do some karaoke stuff.
We get some footage of that?
No. Yes.
Yes. Some hidden video.
Some hidden videos. That's about it. Christmas. I work in retail as much as you do. And kind of Christmas kind of burns me out. Retail burns a person out, especially years and years that we've been doing retail. But when it comes down to having family over and hanging out with them, I always worked on Christmas Eve. You get off at 5, but like I told you, my daughter would come over, and I would get her for a few hours, especially when she was a kid or preteen, and I hated it that I only got her for a few hours, and I had to take her home by 10 or 11. It was very hard for me. I didn't like it at all, but, I just looked forward to getting out of the day, get out of work, race home, eat, gifts, have fun as much as I can, and then take her back. But now that she's a little older, an adult, she stays a little longer, has more fun. She's 21, so Thanksgiving she drank a little bit with us, and Christmas.
Evaluating her tolerance.
Yeah, well, I think
get that dialed in before New Year's.
Doing some eggnog, doing some beers or
Speaking of
seltzers and stuff. Are we ready for another one?
I'm ready for another one.
All right, sounds good. That's kind of stuff, man. So, having fun, doing Easter stuff, Christmas stuff, and
now when we growing up, we did all the presents and stuff, but then you get to a certain age and it's kind of like, okay, we don't really need to get presents for each other. 18, 20-year-old, it's like, dude, we don't really need to buy presents for each other. You know, I got a job. If I need something, I can get it. You know, you get, you know, a token gift, whatever, you know, a little bit something, you know, that's nice, but, you know, no lists, no, like go through this and go through that. Are you, is that what you guys kind of do in your family as well? It's kind of like the adults are like, let's just hang out together. Or is it still like, what do you want for Christmas? Because one of the biggest things is it's like, why? Everybody's already going through so much stress in life already. Can we just eliminate the whole, you know, worrying about making people happy, you know, spending money. So I got to spend money, you know, that I don't have to get gifts, but then you're going to give me gifts. And if I don't like them, I'm just going to go return. You know what I mean? It's just this whole vicious cycle that goes around and around. It's like, why don't we just get together and just hang out?
You know what? And that's what it's funny because that's what I tell my daughter and I tell my son. You don't have to get us gifts, or me at least. I just want your time. So if we're there, like, you know, tell me, hey, Gregg, take me out to, you know, I always want them to tell me, take me somewhere. Like, hey, Gregg, take me to go. Let's go to lunch and let's go on an adventure. If the kids ever tell me that, dude, that'd be the best thing for me because I have a ton, not 1,000. I have a lot of places that I like to go on Instagram or Yelp, and I just want to take the kids either to go someplace to eat, someplace to drink, now that my daughter's 21, or some adventure, a fun fact or something different. You know, the kids tell me that, man, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I don't want to sound like a Scrooge or a miser. But like, you know, whatever, you know, you need to spend money to get gifts. But, you know, not everybody's in the same. Not everybody is in an fortunate situation as maybe me and you are, to where we're able to do that. So why are we going to create that stress for everybody else? Yeah. It's just like, let's get together. Let's do a gift exchange. Let's do a white elephant, you know.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Being a parent,
but we still get presents for the kids.
Oh, still that? Yeah.
Well, we tell everybody one present for each kid.
Oh yeah.
Everybody can get the kids one present.
Yes.
We're not doing, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Well, I think your daughters are at that point where, you know, if they do get one, I think it's good. But you being younger, I would have said, you know.
They have like 4 families.
Yeah,
so
I'm. There's a lot. Yeah,
there's a lot of, you know, family going on over here, and you know, it's so they're fortunate they have got a lot of people. But yeah, it's like just one.
You know, it's funny. My mom still to this day will buy us gifts, and we tell her, "Mom, don't buy us gifts." And
what, she get you sweater, tie,
you know
socks,
what?
underwear.
No. Socks, shirts. Like one year, she got me a Packers shirt. She got me a collared shirt. Sometimes socks one day, and it was actually I needed socks that worked out. She got all the guys like their something on their favorite sports. So my son, she got him like an Eagles beanie. She got me like a Packers beanie. She got my brother a Seattle something.
Go Hawks.
And my nephew and my older brother Raiders something. And I was like, Mom, and she's like, they had everybody's team. I just did it. It was like one of those little kiosk things.
Wait a sec. Which one of your brothers is a Seahawks fan?
Matthew.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Pete Carroll. That was Pete Carroll, dude.
So he became a Seahawks fan when Pete Carroll.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, dude, I think, you know, Christmas has always been great, dude. I'm at the age now where I like to see everybody else kind of be happy. There's times where I just sit back and observe and just watch everybody just be happy, and it makes me happy, you know, to see the kids and the family, you know, my wife and her family, and that's what's special about it. I don't care. I don't care if I get anything for Christmas. That's not important to me anymore. I'm at that age where I just want to see everybody be happy and the family get together.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, that's what's important to me.
Yeah. And
you kind of see how that changes, you know, when you're young, you remember like, I want this, I want this,
yeah.
I want this, I need this. And
exactly.
I'm pissed off if I don't get it, to where it's like, I just want to hang out.
Exactly.
You know?
Just want to hang out, want to do something.
That's why Thanksgiving is so special for us, because it's just like, let's get together and eat, because our favorite thing to do is eat. So let's just everybody, you know, we had Thanksgiving at our house this year. We've had it at our house a couple times, but, you know, me and my wife do the cooking, and it's great. We love it. We love having everybody over. You know, some people get invited and don't show up, but, you know, I guess that's their own choice, Gregg. But, you know.
I never got invited for Easter dinner.
I said Thanksgiving. I'm not talking about Easter. I said Thanksgiving.
No, you said Easter.
I didn't.
Easter, Thanksgiving. Fine.
Maybe next year.
No, you know what? I'm busy.
So, when Thanksgiving rolls around, or not Thanksgiving, sorry, Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve.
What we start seeing some movie marathons.
Whoa, okay, yeah.
Marathons. What are some of your favorite? Now we're gonna go on for quite a while.
Oh
about this.
yeah,
I already
definitely,
know
guys.
for sure.
There we go.
We're just kind of shooting from the hip here. We're getting through it. So, what your favorite Christmas movie? What's the one? What is your yeah, that's the one. I gotta watch it. Gotta put it on. Gotta watch it.
I want to say
And
I have a few.
Okay,
but,
let's
but
talk
right
about
now, right now, my wife's favorite, and I just love it too because we do a lot of quotes. Elf, Will Ferrell, 2003, funny, entertaining, good songs, good story. Fun Christmas sing along, heartful. The traditional Christmas spirit. Totally get it. That kind of stuff where people are losing Christmas spirit. They need to sing louder and prouder. And then once you start singing Christmas songs, hey, there comes Santa Claus, man. These guys are elves, Santa Claus, fun, candy, snacks.
Yeah,
Elf is one of my favorites.
Elf's a good one. We just watched that the other day. I put it on. I'm already watching Christmas movies.
Yeah,
put
no
it
problem,
on. Thanksgiving I put Christmas Vacation on. I love Christmas Vacation.
Right?
That one
That's a good one.
That Clark Griswold, Christmas Vacation, all the hijinks that they go through. He's decorating his house with like 10,000 twinkle lights or whatever he's saying. Him trying to get that thing to work, and cousin Eddie comes to visit, and man, that's a great one, dude. I'm sure that a lot of these that we're going to talk about, because Christmas movies is such a small section of movies. I'm sure most of these movies we've talked about, everybody has probably seen them. Like, I'm sure everybody's seen Elf. Not everybody, but when I say everybody, I mean a majority.
Yeah.
Christmas Vacation, maybe not as many, but a majority of people have seen that. So I don't know. We don't need to describe all the plots of them all and everything like that. But those are two good ones. I tend to lean more towards the comedy side of
Then
the
romance?
Christmas movies.
No, romance.
Yeah.
The romance ones are usually the family ones. Another one, Home Alone.
Mm-hmm.
That when that came out was one of those ones that came out Christmas time. Macaulay Culkin stole it. Good one-liners, fun. Joe Pesci,
Daniel Stern.
1990 this came out, so good stuff.
You
man.
ready to debate?
Sure.
Home Alone 1 or Home Alone 2?
Oh God, man. I'm a classic guy, so Home Alone 1.
I think most people would say Home Alone 1 is the best, but Home Alone 2 is right equal with it, in my opinion. I mean, goes to New York and, gets left behind in New York and tries to go to like his uncle's house or whatever and stays in a hotel. Then the same guys try to get him in his uncle's house, so he has to defend there. And it's that one. They're both so good. You can watch them. You can watch them back to back. I like them both.
Okay,
maybe that's not a debate. We can just agree that they're both really good.
One movie I thought you were going to talk about, because when we became friends, this was one of the movies that you talked about a whole lot. A Christmas Story, 1983's
Love that movie.
Christmas Story. Yeah, that was one of them. And it sometimes TBS plays it 24 hours.
That's
of Christmas
the one
Story.
that they start playing, I think, on Christmas Eve, and it goes on for 20. They do a 24-hour marathon.
Yeah.
I think that's the one. I love that movie. I didn't discover that movie when it first came out. I discovered it later on. I think my Aunt Barb introduced that to us at some point, I believe, if I remember correctly. I love that movie. It's great, dude. That movie has to get watched. That movie, I watch it when it's not even Christmas time.
I think for me, I saw it once as a kid because, like I said, it came out in '83, but then became a cult classic when television and the movie channels started to constantly play it and constantly do it. Like the classic one-liner of Fragile and the leg and the lamp. You know what I mean? It's just you know,
He says maybe they're gonna deliver. Maybe it's a bowling alley. And he's gonna get a bowling alley delivered, dude.
just shoot your eye out. And that was one of the things too, man. We never got BB guns as a kid because they just shoot your eye out.
I think that definitely that being on, TBS, I think it is. I think that definitely broadened its audience, and it went from obscurity to cult classic to mainstream Christmas movie.
Yeah.
It's great. Ralphie is great. Can't put my arms down.
Yeah.
Love it,
yeah,
dude. Laid there like a slug. It was his only defense. That's great, dude.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Another movie I liked, I still love, is How the Grinch Stole Christmas. So there's different versions of Grinch. So they have the cartoon version, the Dr. Seuss, and then they have the one with Jim Carrey, and they have the other animated one. So there's been a bunch of them a time, and all of them are good. All of them have that same realm, and the Grinch is fun. I mean, I'm glad recently that they started to do. I want to say within the last 10 years, they started to do Grinch. I think at Universal Studios here in Hollywood. They have Grinchmas, and they do like a little land of the Grinch area. So that's fun. I haven't gone, but it looks like fun. Go hang out, see the Grinch, smile with them, have them get grumpy with you, or how cute the dog was, or the little who's, that kind of stuff. Good movie, man. I think Ron Howard did the one with Jim Carrey, and they showed a lot of backstory with it and stuff. That was good stuff, man.
I'm not a big fan of the Grinch That Stole Christmas. I don't know what it is about it. It's not that I don't like it. If it's on, okay, I'll watch it. I'm not gonna, tell someone I don't want to watch it. I don't know what it is about it. I just am
not a go-to kind of thing.
It's I don't know if boring is the right word to use, but it's
wow, okay.
And I didn't watch the Jim Carrey one. I was kind of like, I rolled my eyes at it, like kind of like, I don't know. But yeah, not big on the Grinch. I mean, I've seen it, but
yeah,
not that big on it. Not that big.
Right.
Hey, check this out. So I was going through doing my prep work 10 minutes before we were going to do the podcast. And man, I'm looking at some of these lists of like best holiday movies and stuff, and I came across this website, right?
Okay.
And there are some like a movie we are going to talk about later for sure is one I'm going to kind of mention quick here. But man, I was looking at this list, and it's like the first, like most of their top 10 is Christmas movies. Like, It's a Wonderful Life, which is probably regarded as the best Christmas movie of all time. I love A Wonderful Life with James Stewart. Miracle on 34th Street. Love that one. These are ones we can still talk about. I just want to kind of interject here with this. But man, then they start going into these ones that really, don't like just happen to take place when it's Christmas or have a part of it that's during Christmas, like Little Women, or this movie called Tangerine that I've never even heard of. I'm just like, Edward Scissorhands is number 16 in the rankings for Christmas movies. I don't think of Christmas and they have actually Christmas Story ranked number 18. Where is this? So this is the Rotten Tomatoes website.
Okay.
It's garbage, dude. And it's not them ranking them. It's done by like how people have voted. Remember that movie Kiss Kiss Bang Bang?
Yeah.
It's not a Christmas movie, but it's on their list. Elf is number 26. Gremlins is on here. Christmas Carol doesn't show up until number 29. Christmas Carol. You like Christmas Carol?
I've never seen it.
What? You've never seen A Christmas Carol?
No.
Oh my God, dude.
No.
I was going to ask you which version you like best because there's like 10 of them. I like the George C. Scott version the best.
That's like saying Miracle on 34th Street. There's like 2 or 3 of them.
But the
out
original
there.
is the best.
All right.
Christmas Carol, Ebenezer Scrooge. Everybody knows the story, with Tiny Tim. Bless us all, everyone. Or whatever, he says.
There are a bunch of different versions of it. You're right, man.
I love Christmas Carol. It's where the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future come to visit Ebenezer to, show him the wrongs of his ways and how it will be if he keeps on going, and what, how everybody is experiencing Christmas and how the way he's a Scrooge affects everybody in the little town. And I think it's a great movie. There's a couple of them. There's the Alistair Sim version. I think, a couple people in my family like that one the best. They like the Muppet one. But I like the George C. Scott one. I can't believe you've never seen A Christmas Carol.
I want to say I've seen the Muppet one. Now, don't get me wrong. I've seen
the fact that that's the only one you've seen makes me want to reach across this table. I won't tell you what I want to do. I don't want to get accused of a crime or anything. Oh my god, dude! Shine that microphone up real nice. Turn it sideways.
Yeah, you know the other one I haven't seen, dude, and It's a Wonderful Life. I haven't seen the whole way through. It just didn't catch my eye.
I thought I knew you.
Yeah, you know
Really?
what? There was no action, no adventure, no Arnold Schwarzenegger, no Rambo, no shooting, no killing, no,
You know, you're honestly very I'm disappointed. You've never seen It's a Wonderful Life.
no.
Have you? Do you even know what it's about?
Yeah.
Okay. So Miracle on 34th Street. You've seen that, yeah?
Once again, no.
Holy Moses. So Miracle on 34th Street.
Why don't you just say White Christmas?
Yeah, have you seen that?
No.
Maybe it's just me. I love old movies, dude.
See, and that was the thing. When we were a kid,
I
yes.
love old movies and old people. That's why I'm hanging out with you. So Miracle on 34th Street, guys, is great. Some of our younger audience has probably never even heard of this movie.
Yeah, like me.
It takes place at I believe it's Macy's in New York, and the Santa Claus that they're supposed to have there gets drunk. So somebody named Kris Kringle shows up and replaces him, and he says he's a real Santa Claus, and they're like, "No, you can't be." It's just hang on, folks. This is 1947. So he keeps on telling people, "Oh, I remember you wanted this. You got this for Christmas when you were this old. You got this." And everybody's like, "Dude, how's this guy know all this stuff?" So they end up going to like a court to determine his mental well-being. The whole time he's saying, "I'm Santa Claus. My name's Christian." And, he just knows everything about everybody. And it's a great movie, man. It's a great movie. It really shows the spirit of Christmas. God, I can't believe it. Holiday Inn?
No.
It's kind of the same as White Christmas. You could probably,
Yeah.
you get the gist if you
You know what? A lot of those my parents love, dude. Don't get me wrong. My grandparents and parents love it. My mom still loves it every time they're on TV. So I think HBO Max has most of them, so I'll put them on for her if she wants to see it, dude. Those movies, I don't know, man. I just haven't caught my eye, Chris.
Here at Big Talk, we don't like to do rankings. We just like to talk about it. But I got two lists here. I got Esquire.com, and then the other one was Rotten Tomatoes. It's a Wonderful Life is on both lists, number one.
Okay.
So you need to get on it, dude, and get on some of these movies. It's a Wonderful Life, Miracle on 34th Street, White Christmas. You need to watch them all.
I want to see Blue Hawaii with fucking Elvis Presley.
Is that a Christmas movie?
Yes.
No, I've never seen it. I'll watch it. I don't see it on the list. Let's talk about the movie everybody wants to talk about. Let's talk about Die Hard.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Widely regarded as the best Christmas movie ever made.
Is it a Christmas movie? Because it takes place on Christmas Eve.
Well, let's talk about this. I think the events leading up to what the Die Hard plot wouldn't happen if it wasn't Christmas, because that's the reason he goes there.
Correct.
For Christmas.
Correct.
And it takes place on, is it Christmas Eve? Is it Christmas Eve party?
I
don't
want
even
to
know
say
if they
Christmas Eve.
And so, yeah, it is a Christmas movie.
Okay. You know what? I've heard people say it before, and for me, it's a Christmas movie. Not that I would say, yeah, it's a Christmas movie, but if you think about it, it was like, yeah, it's a Christmas movie. Yeah, it takes place on Christmas. To me, if it takes place maybe in December, Christmas time, it would.
I think it's got to include. I don't know, because
you think it has to include Christmas Eve or Christmas Day or the day after Christmas?
Let me say this. If it takes place during the Christmas season, with the point of it being that it does take place during Christmas season, okay. But if it's like takes place for like a whole year round or something like that, and part of it takes place during Christmas, no, it's not a Christmas movie.
Okay. So very much like some of those movies that you were talking about, because what was the other one? Gremlins. Really? Gremlins?
What's wrong with Gremlins?
No, there's nothing wrong with Gremlins, but how's that a Christmas movie?
Well, doesn't he buy Gizmo as a Christmas present?
I don't remember.
For his son?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember if that's a Christmas movie.
Phoebe Cates.
Yeah, that's all we gotta say. Phoebe Cates. Okay, Christmas music. So are we good with Die Hard? Because I love Die Hard. I think it was good, And then I think even Die Hard 2 is still the same thing. Happened a year later around Christmas time.
Here's one that would fall into that same kind of thing about it doesn't take place on Christmas, but it takes place kind of in a broader period of time. That I think we both would agree is not a Christmas movie. Is Trading Places.
That is on my list too. I had that one.
Eddie Murphy.
Correct.
Because it's over months.
Correct.
But, the kind of the end and the crescendo and the climax of the whole plot takes place Christmas and then the New Year's train ride and all that
Correct.
stuff. So it kind of takes place during that, like the main part of it. But it goes over probably months and months.
Yeah, months and months.
So Christmas movie? I would say no.
No, but it hints or touches up on a Christmas.
That's why your novels are so thick, dude. You got all these. What else did you
I
write
had
in there?
Trading Places on there. One movie which I will talk about, which does have the Christmas thing.
I'm looking at your list right here.
It's called Go, right? 1999.
That got Katie Holmes in it?
Yes, that was Katie Holmes, dude. It had some good ones, dude. Scott Wolf, Trey Diggs, J.A. Moore, Timothy Olyphant is in it, dude. It happens over 2 days where these kids are going to a raver, and it's, Merry Christmas or Christmas X is the name of the rave. And kids getting to it, and, it's about, I don't know, a group of 4 or 5 little stories. But yes, it does take place over Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, the day after Christmas. And they don't really put Christmas on the forefront, but it's all on the back, or like all what's surrounding. So they're dancing, is Christmas stuff. They're at work, Christmas stuff. The day after, when they're fooling around, it's Christmas, morning, and they're still doing things. So to me, is it a Christmas movie? But it does surround, but it's not the forefront of the movie. So the movie Go, 1999, still one of my favorites. Love it. It's good. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's a good, fun movie, but Christmas is in the background. But to me, it's a Christmas movie.
Okay. I haven't seen it, but I know the movie you're speaking of. I just like the classics. It's a Wonderful Life, Miracle on 34th Street, Christmas Story, Christmas Vacation. I get nichey, but I'm more, the movies that are popular and are at the top of the list are popular and at the top of the list because they deserve to be. And those are the ones that I enjoy the best because they're done well and year after year after year, they're the ones that I want to watch.
Oh yeah, definitely. One of the ones like that is Charlie Brown, A Christmas Story.
Yeah, I like that when I was a kid. I haven't seen it in years, and I probably won't go looking for it to watch it.
Yeah.
But
it's still fun to put on. It's a quick 50 minutes.
50?
50 minutes.
That's not quick, but okay.
Yeah. Charlie Brown, Christmas Story. And then they even did another one called A Charlie Brown Christmas Story.
So there's 2 different ones. Now it's 2 movies I have to avoid. But I'll say something kind of in the vein of what you're saying right now.
All right.
I not so much Charlie Brown, but I like the Frosty the Snowman animated one.
Oh yeah,
that one's good. I'm not a big fan of the stop motion like Rudolph and those. Those are
my favorite, dude. Those are good.
I like the Frosty the Snowman animated one.
Okay,
but not the Rudolph. No.
So the Jack Frost from 1979, or the Rudolph Shiny New Year, that one, dude. Really, those are really good ones. All right.
Maybe they are good. I don't know. I've watched them. When I was a kid, I always looked forward to them every year, but now I'm kind of like, I don't care. I don't care if I see them or not. But there's other movies where I got to watch Christmas Story. I got to watch Christmas Vacation, Miracle, Wonderful Life, White Christmas. There's ones that I got to watch.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go waste my time.
Yeah, all those that I mentioned.
You know me well. You know how I am. It's like, I'm not going to watch it, and I'm not going to watch it.
All right.
Any other movies you want to talk about? We could go on forever.
Yeah.
What about Bad Santa? You like Bad Santa?
Yes, Bad Santa. Man, that's a raunchy, crazy flick, man.
Yeah, it's funny. It's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring up another one. Friday After Next. Ice Cube, Mike Epps, John Witherspoon. It's part of the Friday thing, but the last one they decided to do and fun. You know, Craig and Day
Was it
Day.
number 3?
That was number 3. Craig and Day Day try to stop a Christmas thief.
Oh yeah.
And you know, it was good. You know, fun stuff. You know, the usual. I think they toned it down just a little bit from the first one, even to the second one. But you know, still good.
I thought we didn't do sequels. That's what you told me earlier before we went on the air.
No, well, you and your Home Alone 2.
But Home
Christmas
Alone 2
Story
is
2.
good. Home Alone good.
How about
good.
Christmas Vacation 2? All these number 2s.
Listen, I just don't know. The Friday after next week on a leap year, whatever the movie you're talking about, I've seen it. Dude, I don't know, dude. It's
fun Christmas?
I saw it once and I said, I'm good.
Okay.
So you go watch that movie every year?
Whenever it's on, I'll stop and watch it because I think it's funny. I think there's some good one-liners and, you know, John Witherspoon, bro, he cracks me up. Man.
John Witherspoon?
Yeah. Yeah, John Witherspoon.
Okay. He passed away, didn't he?
Yes.
He was hilarious. He played Ice Cube's dad.
Yeah.
That first one, he's hilarious.
Craig.
I like pig's feet.
Yeah, it's a good one, dude. You know, other movies I like on that kind of stuff. We were talking about Bad Santa, A Very Harold and Kumar Christmas.
Never seen it.
2011. Really? Same thing. If you don't like Harold and Kumar, you won't like this one. Third one in their thing. You know,
Pot humor is not funny to me.
yeah, pot humor, adventure, fun, you know, stupidness, that kind of stuff. How about Office Christmas Party, 2016?
You know, I was perusing through today. I just yelled at the Apple TV. I said Christmas movies, and that was one of them that came up. And I go, okay, it's got Jason Bateman. It's got Jennifer Aniston in it. That could be funny. That could be a good one to watch. Rated R, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. It's probably inappropriate to a certain degree. I'll give it a go. But I didn't watch it yet.
Yeah, it's one of those like raunchy, and they do too many extra. Like they go out of their way to make it funny. They go out of their way to make it humorous. They go out of way
Like out of their way in a bad way, or it's kind of like you're eye rolling, or good, like, oh yeah, that's funny.
both.
Okay.
So there are some that you're looking at like, oh, this is funny. Or like, man, really, you went for that joke,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. You know, one movie we never talked about, which is still my favorite, and we talked about this before, is The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
1993?
Which we officially decided was a holiday movie.
Correct, a holiday movie.
Holiday movie.
Meaning,
it runs for 2 months from
correct,
through New Year's, from Halloween to New Year's.
Yeah, so you can watch it in October, and you can still enjoy it in December.
Yes.
One of those movies, yeah.
You know, when that movie came out, I know there's a lot of people that are fanatic about that movie, and I was kind of like always like whatever's about it, but with the kids, they like that movie, so I watched it. You know, forced to watch it. You know, I was like, wow, this is actually pretty good. You know, it's a good movie. So even if you've watched it before and you're like, well, give it a couple another watches, dude.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Any other movies you want to talk about? Dude, I can scroll lists all day long, dude. We can talk about all these movies.
Yeah.
Like the Christmas Chronicles with Kurt Russell that he did on Netflix. And they have the Santa Claus with Tim
Allen.
Tim Allen. You know,
Yeah, he has 3 of those out, man. Yeah, you know what? Those are the ones I never really saw.
I've seen them, casually. Probably have seen them all once. They didn't really. I know the Santa Claus one actually was a really good, like. I like the plot of it. You know, he puts on the Santa. Something happens to Santa. I don't know if Santa gets crushed by something, or he drops his jacket and Tim Allen puts it on, and then the contract inside said whoever wears this has to be Santa, and so he ends up having to be Santa.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a fun plot. I may be wrong on the plot, but basically he has to
But
be
basically
Santa.
that, yeah.
But it was a fun watch from 1994. Like I said, I've seen it once. You know, there's one movie I keep seeing on every list that I have not seen yet, and I'm embarrassed to say so because I'm sure it's good. Scrooged with Bill Murray.
Oh, Bill Murray?
Have you seen that? I've
Yes.
never seen it. Is it good?
I did see that one.
God, I don't know.
You know, it's classic Bill Murray. If you know, when he, in his heyday, when he was doing Groundhog Day and movies like that, he's the lead and does some good stuff, and yeah, it's good. You know, I would watch it. You know, you get an opportunity, check it out. You know, one movie which I did see which actually it's not really a movie; it's a TV special. In 1978, a Star Wars holiday special. Only aired once on CBS. Once, November 17th, 1978.
Oh yeah,
how about that one? Dude?
I didn't see it.
Yeah,
I was 2. Just a youngster.
I saw it. Like I said, I remember I've seen it, and I think Disney's trying to Disney Plus is trying to put it out again.
Why don't they own all that stuff?
Yeah.
What do you mean trying to put it out?
Well, I don't know if there's red tape or something like that. You know, CBS may have done it. They're under their banner. It's theirs. They own it. I don't know. 20th Century Fox or whatever. But that was on.
I don't know. Do you want to? What do you want to do? You want to keep doing some more movies? You want to move on to another subject? I think we gotta go to number 2.
All right.
I think we're gonna have to go
Sounds
to a
good.
part 2. So
let's go to part 2, and then we'll do some Christmas caroling, Christmas singing,
some Christmas carols, Christmas singing, Christmas candies,
more
some
drinking,
more memories,
more
whatever.
snacks.
We got some fruitcake right here.
Yeah.
Is it soaked in rum?
No, it could be.
It will be by the time. For full disclosure, so we're doing the part 1 right now. We're just gonna pause for a couple minutes to cut the episode, and then we're just gonna start recording again as our part 2. We're not doing it like a week apart, or if we decide to post this in a couple days, just so you guys know. So we're still gonna be feasting and drinking on the same stuff that's in front of us, just more. And so who knows how this part 2 is gonna go, but it should be fun. So
we're gonna do some karaoke's.
Yeah.
All right,
guys. So this is Big Talk with Chris and Gregg, and until part 2,
see ya.